welcome everybody to the bronze match between MyoElectric and COGnitive Gaming. For your information, the people that don't know already, COGnitive Gaming is Snipe Gaming. They got taken over, not taken over. They joined the COGnitive Gaming organization, so that's basically their version of the pro team. It's like Curse and Root and Team Dignitas, obviously. That's for Snipe now. So Snipe are now COGnitive Gaming for everybody's information, and that's how we're going to go from now. So let's just go through the lineups that we've got. So MyoElectric have Kret on Athena, Dare to Care on Loki, Naranan, oh god, Nerian, that's it, Nerian on Vimana, Eclipton on Neef, and Marza on Agni. Jesus, I'm terrible with names, but I'm working on that, so let's go with that. So on COGnitive Gaming, we have Ko on Apollo, Shing on Freya, Omega on Odin, MLC Stealth on Poseidon, and Allied on Bacchus. So we're seeing another game where obviously we're getting a bit of like action over by the little gold camp again. There's a Gonya's might onto Nerian, there we go. I keep thinking Naranan, but it's not it, it's Nerian. Okay, so we're just going to get there. So either side's going to pick... Basically, we're having like a gentleman's agreement. They're all just taking their side out. Now, what I've noticed as well, with the items, we've got like a jungle Freya, a jungle Loki. So that's no surprise there, pretty much. But what we're seeing here is we've got Poseidon and Neef, both rushing snowball items. So you've got the Doom Orb on Poseidon, and we've got obviously the Heart Seeker on the Neef. Now, I'd like to see if they're both going mid, but you've obviously... It looks like an Agni mid. So they're both rushing that. They're trying to get the stacks up early. It looks like there can be an engagement on the left-hand side, possibly. Neef and Athena there need to be a little careful, obviously, because Freya can put out... Shing on Freya can put out a lot of damage. Good snare out onto Allied. Not doing too much there. Obviously, he had Hog, so he managed to get that out straight away. Right-hand side still on theirs. Bit slower behind. Obviously, with that extra Hog working out quite well. So we're going to see Agni versus Poseidon. So let's just kind of look at like the item choices that we have. Okay, so Poseidon's gone for a Doom Orb. Doom Orb, and he's managed to get 4 pots out of that. So Doom Orb's got 70 magical power. Okay, versus Agni. Agni's got 40 magical power with his lineup there. But remember, Agni's 2 pots short. So the main difference is they've got the same MP5, but the Doom Orb gives mana, 150 mana, but the Vampiric Shroud gives... Oh my god, we've got a kill straight away. So let's just take that back. Where the hell was Freya? So Freya is here. Oh my god! Oh my god! Cyclops killed Shing. Oh my god. That is... I am so glad I got that. That is so funny. Whoops would be the word there. Okay. So back to what I was saying. So in this respect, you then look at it and go, well, he's got an extra bit of health. They've got the same MP5. Obviously, the extra passive there for the health and mana, so it helps out a bit. But you've got to look at the extra pot that Poseidon has, gives him another 250 health. So, it's a very even kind of item. Obviously, Agni's going to get the extra movement speed, which he kind of wants to use, obviously, if he gets his Path of Flames. Poseidon's perfectly good just sitting back and doing absolutely nothing. But Freya, yeah, really badly fell behind there. Obviously needed a bit of help. Was probably just soloing. Even at like level 2, soloing... Well, level 1, level 2, soloing a buff camp's does take quite a bit of a toll on you, especially when you haven't got like a damage buff. So everybody's kind of rotating out the gold camp again. This time, MyoElectric have picked that one up. Going back over, I'd like to see who picks up their first snowball item first. Obviously, like backs up. Obviously, finish the Heart Seeker and the Doom Orb. Heart Seeker's gonna do really well for setting up ganks, obviously, beneath Global Ultimate. Bacchus going in there. Allied going in there after that. Crit picking up the cooldown reduction. So they did get a good counter jungler there. Shing actually not doing too good. Now, this is where I was saying that jungle is a very high risk, high reward kind of strategy now. It's not as good as it used to be. It's not like an instant win. So we got Loki middle. Dare to Care's over just a mid, just kind of holding it up until Agony comes back. Just kind of keep it there. Who's ahead so far? So we've got an extra kill out from the Poseidon onto the Agony, which I've completely missed. I didn't even see that go down. So Poseidon managing to pick that up, finish up the first orb. I'm sorry I missed that one. I'll have to try on the next one. I don't even know where to go back to pick that one up. So we'll just kind of see how we're getting on. Obviously, getting caught in the whirlpool again. Needs to be a little bit careful there. MLC Stealth's pretty good on his old mid lanes. Did we just get a disconnection pop up there? I wasn't too sure of that little message pop up. Everyone picking up their buff caps now. Obviously, Poseidon finished his Doom Orb. So he's going to start getting them stacks up. So he's going to start getting them up quite quickly as well. Especially with the buff camps, the way... Well, not buff camps the way they are. The way the creep waves come in. Not again. Not again. Please. What is going on? Shing. Shing, man. What are you doing?
Life is so sweet.
It could have at least hit the side one. Just... I don't think Shing's doing too well this game. Very bad. What on earth is going on? Okay, so we've got Stealth coming in there. Pushes back. Creed takes a lot of damage, actually. Runs back through the whirlpool. Gets hit by... Stealth does get hit by the Neath ult just to really stop the pursuit. But both MyoElectric side need to back out. So we've got Shing on Freya. We're going to have to work really hard. We've got Dare to Care going after Stealth. I don't believe he's going to be able to do too much there. We've got Barkus rotating over. Creeps allied over here. Oh. Okay, so Dare to Care used his ultimate to get out of that one. Lucky enough he used that just before the Barkus bounced. Managed to hit down on top of him. On the run now. Being followed by Poseidon. Gets caught by the Whirlpool. Kraken coming out. Stealth used by Dare to Care. Obviously, Tidal Surge getting pushed. Neath. Oh, no idea. That must have just been a graphical glitch, because to be honest, I don't think you can actually cancel the cast from the Neath ultimate. I don't know where Agony is coming from there. It's kind of floating in the air. What's going on? Stunned there onto Freya. Shing caught in a bit of trouble. Rain of Fire got completely wasted there by Agony. If he'd have managed to get that, they'd have killed that a bit earlier. But the Vamana, Narian managed to pick up that kill with the boomer, the Umbrella Ring. So Shing down 3. Not doing too well. He's actually feeding pretty hard. I think Shing needs to avoid everything as much as possible. Get as much kind of like... He could even just do with going to a side lane. Honestly. Go up there. Go with up against the mana. Let Odin go do something else. Because how's Odin doing? Odin's level 8. So Odin could probably handle himself in the jungle even without Boomba's mask really. And just kind of run around and do pretty well for himself. So they could probably do with like switching everything out. The right-hand tower taking a bit of damage. Creep rotating round. Not quite where he's going. Oh, obviously he's going to... Nah, don't know what he's doing. Looking around, looking around. So Neath managed to finish off a Heartseeker. Working on that. Working on as many stacks as possible there. Level 7. Obviously versus Poseidon's level 8. Poseidon managing to get his level 1 boots up though. So he is ahead on gold. Yeah, let's see how much ahead on gold. He's ahead on gold by 1k. Jesus, that's a lot. Obviously there, that you got to understand that Neath has been with Athena this whole time. So they shared the gold. Obviously, Poseidon on his own. Now, right hand side there, we got Freya on Shing on Freya up against like Narian. Narian would have got away with that one, to be honest. There wasn't much that Shing could do, even with that going on. So we got a bit more action there. The Kraken coming out there from Poseidon. Loki onto Stealth. Creep manages to come out there as well. Neath ult coming out there onto Shing. Shing goes down so quickly. 2 hits pretty much finished him off. Creep getting bounced up into the air. Apollo, KO chasing after Dare to Care. Freya, not allied, sorry. Athena managed to just get away. And then KO doesn't have his ult up. So he's a little bit of trouble. He used that to get into the fight. Barkus does jump over, doesn't use Belch of the Gods because obviously Dare to Care managed to stealth out of vision there. So we didn't know quite where to go with that one. Now we got Narian taking after the red buff away from Shing. Shing can't do anything about it. He's looking at it just going, whoop. Well, can't do nothing there. So, Shing is about 5 levels behind. Well, We're 5 levels behind Nerium, which is quite high. So to the lowest person on MyoElectric side, he's about 3 levels behind, 2 levels behind. Okay, so that's just crit. I don't know. I'll go with that one. So even Nerium going after there, trying to counter jungle the blue buff away. Could probably do a bit. Who managed to get that one? So no. Shing managed to grab the blue buff just luckily enough. And there with an Athena ultimate in just to kind of protect him up there. Athena ult onto a very tanky Nerium, as we can see. Just practically unkillable at the moment. Shing managing to finish the boots up onto Freya there. Obviously, boots of the Magi get extra penetration. Going to help with a little bit more damage. Like to see probably... We're going to see Demonic Grip or Fatalis coming out next from Freya. Getting done again. Neef ult, and they're literally just concentrating on Freya now. So Dare to Care ulted onto Freya. Then a Neef ultimate coming out there. Obviously with them Doomor, Heartseeker stacks just ripping apart everything there. Obviously Odin trying to get that movement speed buff, but then just getting hit on. Does manage to get the last hit though and pick up the buff. Gonya's might does a load of damage to Dare to Care. Loki's going to go down in this interaction there. Nerium just ulting up there, trying to get the health regen out and just auto attacking all the way. Not doing too much bad damage onto Omega. But there we got Mars there just using the ultimate, and then Poseidon coming in there as well just to drop a whirlpool. Allied really, really low in... Going down really low in that game. Keeping that Neef alive though, that's doing really well. Poseidon obviously doing well. Heartseeker coming out onto Apollo, which is quite surprising. KO wants to have a go. Obviously wants to get as much damage output as possible because they're pretty much carrying Shing on Freya at the minute. Obviously getting taken down. He's down 5-0. Especially behind so bad in gold as well. So we've got some... Nothing too much going on the right hand side. We've obviously got the tanks on each other. And everything's going on there. So just pretty much even jungle wise. Jungle's just getting counter jungled everywhere. Bits going on. Obviously Shing's now finally coming into lane. I'd probably like to see him come in a bit earlier. Try and share some of that XP. Now going back into the jungle though. Okay, there's nothing there. Nothing you can pick up. Everything's kind of gone from the left hand side. Going to be spotted by the wards. Obviously there, if you can see what's going on there, the blue ward that was dropped down by MyoElectric's the stealth seeing ward. Oh, 2-shot Freya, gone. Didn't even need the Athena ultimate to finish that one off. That's just such a good combo. Loki and Athena doing really well. Rain of Fire and Noxious Gas coming in from Agni. Kraken going out onto Agni, doing so much damage. Aegis I don't think was timed very well. Barkus jumping in there. Stealth managing to get out. We've got the new shell ability there onto MyoElectric. MyoElectric taking a lot of damage from Gonya's might. Vamana does go down. Nerium goes down. Creep manages to get away. Loki does go down in the end though. Dare to Care manages to fall there from Belch of the Gods. So we see COGnitive Gaming and Snipe, surprisingly enough. I think this... there's me sitting there going, well, Shing's died twice. 6 times. How have they, MyoElectric only got 4 kills? But you got to understand that Shing died twice to Cyclops. So that's jungle camps. Even though he died, he didn't actually give anything away. He just really put himself behind. So COGnitive Gaming managed to pick up the Gold Fury there, completely uncontested. So COGnitive Gaming winning, even though Shing's behind. Because imagine if Shing was actually doing really well. Okay. Even though Shing is completely behind, like horrendously behind. COGnitive are 4k ahead. 4k ahead in gold. Also ahead in gold, ahead in kills. So they're managing to really carry this game up there. It's kind of like 4.5 to 5 versus 5. Obviously, because as soon as Shing goes into a fight, Loki, Dare to Care and Loki just 2 shots him pretty much and just takes him straight out of this fight. And then just goes on. He's literally just a focus. He's just like, num, food. We all know what we're like. We're in casuals. We get in there. We get it going on. Sparkus jumps up onto Neef. We're going to see a backflip come out there. Belch of the Gods, as well as a Creeping Curse coming out. And Intoxication. Ecliptum is in a lot of trouble there. Uses Aegis Amulet, but allows Apollo get really close. Uses the 2 to get some health back. I'm surprised we didn't see a So Beautiful coming out there, or Serenade. I think it's So Beautiful. Yeah. Coming out there just to finish that one off. Fair enough, the Aegis, if he used it as soon as he got into range, the Aegis would have been perfectly timed to prevent that. But we'll see what's going on. So we're seeing another Heart Seeker coming out as well. We're going to see 2 Heart Seekers on the MyoElectric side going out onto the jungler. Loki obviously very good with a Heart Seeker as a jungler as well. They can stack it up very quickly. So we're seeing Demonic Grip coming out there onto Freya first. Obviously you're going to need... Shing just wants that early damage. Obviously, Fatalis very good if you're even or slightly ahead. It does a load. Kraken pretty much wasted there. Neath ultimate coming in there. Narian just getting into range, but perfectly timed Aegis prevented the Neath ultimate from destroying Poseidon. But Poseidon did go down. Stealth managed to go out. Apollo rotating in as well. Agni goes down. Loki coming in from behind, going after KO. KO gets snared, but then uses the moves to get out of there. That's kind of the shame about the snare from the Neath one. You get snared, but you can still use your leaps and get closer to get out. Leap and Freya ultimate from Shing gonna pick off. They clipped in there. And then we're just seeing Loki just pick up the creeps. So it was a good little trade off from those two. One for two. 1 for 2. So MyoElectric managed to pick off Poseidon. Good kind of pick off. Well, no, it wasn't a very good trade. I was going to say a good trade because they managed to clear some of them Doom Orb stacks. But they lost Neath in the process, which she probably lost 25 stacks. She probably would have been about... Obviously, Eclipton over there should have had about 50 stacks by now. Okay, well, close to that. Probably quite a lot. Nara needs to be a little careful. Gets caught in the ring. Going to use his ultimate there to get some health regen. Just going to go to town onto Odin. Obviously with a higher protection from his ring. Just realises, nah, this ain't going to work. So we've got Daredevil coming out there. Might ult onto Odin. Doesn't decide to in the end. Just decides to use his aim strike to get some slow and some speed out there. Did he even have it? He does have it. Yeah, it probably would have been a waste. Yeah. We've got Shing rotating over. Narian needs to be a little bit careful there. So we got the steroid from shout from Odin there onto the Freya. Freya just banishes up Narian, and Narian just taking so much damage. Odin managing to pick up that kill there with his leap. But you see what I mean? That Freya does a lot of damage when she can kind of get even or slightly good attack speed up. So with that extra attack speed from obviously Odin's 2, you've got full demonic grip now, so you've got that extra penetration coming out. That's quite a lot of penetration and power and attack speed coming from that one item. Really strong, especially in the hands of Freya with that 2 and the 1. Oh, it's just mad. It's absolutely crazy the amount of damage that she can put out very early on. Especially with the 2 items. So Apollo's managed to finish up his Heartseeker. Loki's just lagging a little bit behind. Obviously, he's about 1100 gold away, behind KO on the Apollo. Fine seeing some wards. There's not too many wards going out. We've seen some on the left-hand side, but it's been pretty much a wardless game. We're going to obviously see some more come out a bit later on. I know COGnitive aren't ones for warding too heavily early game. They're quite comfortable with what they do and what they like to do. So I'm quite surprised that Neath is still stuck on boots. Like, not even finished off level 2 boots. Obviously got the COGnitive here, got the timing for the Gold Fury that should be coming up anytime now. Odin's rotating. He does decide to jump over, which is surprising enough. Good banish going up there from Shing onto Creed, just to kind of keep that. We've only got one Hand of God, so COGnitive should be able to secure this one piece of piss because they've got level 2 on Spark up there, but managed to pick that. So we've got Loki going straight from the side. Stealth should be going down. Good Kraken picks up Loki in the meantime, so he didn't manage to secure that kill. There we got Shing getting pushed out there by Narian. Neath backflip out of the way. Going to be caught out there by the Odin. Odin and Apollo. KO going after Eclipton. Eclipton just trying to snare him back out. Usually the Aegis. Pretty bit finished off though, but there we've got Narian onto Allied. Allied jumps out of that just with enough health. Look how low he is going away with that one. And KO chasing down Narian. And Narian just pretty much going to run and get out of there because there's nothing they can kind of do. Level 2 Fatalis coming out onto Freya. Like I say, I'm just coming here. Narian taking so much damage there. What managed to heal him up? Has he got meditation? He does have level 3 meditation and then was picked up there from a whirlpool and so beautiful. From KO. He should have just left, gone and just got out of there. Decided to turn around, allowing for MLC Stealth to rotate round. Very good there from Stealth. Obviously, got the new Focus Void Stone item there, obviously with that extra penetration. So he's got the penetration from the boots. He's got the do more damage, penetration from the Void Stone, the Focus Void Stone. So that's 25, plus 25 penetration rather than the 15 from the standard Void Stone. And now going for Gem of Isolation as well. So he's getting some really good base damage out there. Let's just kind of see what's going on. So we've got MyoElectric coming over to the defense of the left-hand side tower. Shing managing to catch up as well a little bit. So he's only level 12. He's level 12 against Eclipton, and the Agni's level 13. Obviously, Dare to Care and Crete are level 12 as well. So he's managed to pick up. The lower levels aren't that bad. They don't put you... They're not nice, but if you can kind of hold back from it. Kraken coming out there, Belch the Gods, and Whirlpool onto Nib. Blew her up. Not Belch the Gods, it was Belly Flop. Just blew her up. Just didn't have, obviously, the cooldown. She only had level 1. Eclipton only had level 1 Aegis, so I've slowed that down. No, I was like, bring that back up. So we've got a bit of action on Nerian versus Shing. Surprisingly enough, Nerian shouldn't really take this fight. He's going to take a load of damage, but lucky enough... Oh, look at that one. The Athena ult managed to just get down there before Freya could leap into the air. But they're going to lose the both left-hand side towers in the meantime. We do have Merez come... Is it Merez? Merez? I think it's almost like a cheap bottle of wine, that, pretty much. That, man. I swear it's like... I'm trying to think of... I can't think of the name now, the bottles of wine. But yeah, you might get my drift. If anybody like proper wine drinkers, they might see stuff like that. So finished Fatalis. So there we go. Shing's died 8 times, but because of these cheap items, you've got cheap Fatalis there kicking in, and it works really well on the Freya as well. Oh, we're going to see Crete and Stealth just kind of bumping heads there. But yeah, it helps Shing manage to get that 4th item up really quickly, and we still see Neef still stuck behind on 2 items. 2 full items, and also the fact that 2 Gold Furies is really helping him get along there as well. So, we've got, actually, surprisingly enough, we've got a Barker's picking up a Focus Void Stone as well, instead of just like the group one. If you'd probably, somebody should pick up the Aura, I'd have said. Even though, okay, Barker's does a lot of damage with Intoxicate. If when it gets to the team fight, if you'd have picked up a standard Void Stone with the Aura as well, it does stack with the Focus Void Stone because it's not an Aura, so they should stack. Belch of the Gods coming out. Oh, they're onto Dare to Care. Manages to stun him enough, even though he stealth ran away. Shing caught out on the side here. Uses the Freya ult to go up into the air. Mega jumps in there. Throws down Ring of Spears. Shing getting taken out there by pretty much Rain of Fire most of the way there. Agni did go down just before Shing did, though. Loki deciding to back straight away. I'm guessing that's a new item finishing up there. Well, he has finished off Heartseeker. Not doing too well now. Could do with really like stacking up a bit more. Kraken coming out there from stealth. Managing to pick up Crete as well. Almost picking up Dare to Care on Loki. Look how low health he's got. Now, he didn't actually go back, but now he's definitely going. If you don't go, he's silly. Now, Nerian on the right-hand side. He's not going to be able to hold this tower. He just needs to leave. There's just no way he can hold that tower on his own. Fair enough, we got Eclipton coming over, but we've got a 4-man team. Belch of the Gods going out. Manages to use his dash to push Barkus up into the air to stop the Belch of the Gods stunning him. That's really kind of good. I didn't know you could quite do that. So we got 4-man blink on Odin. Obviously, that's really helping him get into the situations really well. Obviously, you can get in there, blink, do your spear, and then leap out. It opens all that options. You've also got combat blinks, quite good for him as well. You could leap in, put down your spears, and then blink out. So there's 2 different ways you can do it. Obviously, half the time when you put down your ring of spears, you're already in combat, so it can kind of work that way for you. So, but then again, you can use it for engagements. See, late Devourer's gloves coming up there from on KO after Obviously the heart seeker, the extra movement speed works out really nice for him, and then going into executioner. So obviously the stand cognitive gaming picking up that easy goal for you again. Neve's in a lot of trouble. Obviously Eclipse's going to get hit with Belch of the Gods. Obviously backflip out of that one, lovely. Athena ult coming in, not going to do him any favours, and then does go down. It's just up against 1 against 5. The whole team kind of just left him there, and he stayed around a little too long for my liking. Anyway, obviously we've got Poseidon's finished off, Gem of Isolation. But where was I going? I can't even figure out where I was going now. With whatever I was talking about. I don't know. I've lost it. The right hand, we could do with seeing someone maybe just push up, take out that right hand tower. Be really nice. Omega leaping in there. Does get stunned by Agni, but Freya coming in from around the bind, and then we've missed a dare to care. We just missed that hit. I don't believe it was his ultimate. I don't believe Sober's already on cooldown. Narian just running, and so does Agni try and get out of the way as well as that middle tower going down. But you see what I mean? It's surprising enough that obviously Cognitive Gaming, ex-Snipe team, got very good mechanics, very good skill, and everything like that. This is the bronze match, so even though MyoElectric are losing this game quite badly, actually, they've made it to bronze, so they've earned their way up to bronze. So they're obviously an alright team. So we're seeing Cognitive Gaming taking up the Fire Giant as well. Should be completely uncontested. There is Narian coming around the side here to kind of see this. No, he decides to go to the right hand lane. Obviously he's looking towards like possibly pushing out the right hand side lane, but he would have heard that ward go down. That ward was so close to where he actually was, but the Fire Giant got picked up by the time he kind of went in there and looked in. Obviously, Narian didn't have hogs, so we couldn't do anything. We got a surrender vote coming out there from MyoElectric already. And then that goes down. So we see some kind of like things coming out. I'm still laughing my head off that Shing died twice to jungle camps. That's just funny. Really is. Even though you do just... You take the gamble, don't you, when you're sitting there. But very good, well fought fight. Obviously, good little combos going in there. Obviously, Dare to Care using his ultimate comboed up with the Athena ultimate, then with the Neef ultimate, just working really well in tandem to each other. Just such a strong kind of combination. Now we're seeing like extra kind of gods getting in there with the god pools and stuff. The extra ultimate combos kicking in there. The synergy of every god's now starting to kind of kick in really nicely. It's good to see. Now, hope you guys have enjoyed the cast. Obviously, join me tomorrow as well for another match. I believe it's going to be from the NA side as well. Obviously, I'm doing like 4 matches from the NA, 4 matches from EU. Hopefully, that's kind of what my aim is. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. And one of the days during the week is going to have 2 matches up, and then we'll see how it goes from there. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have fun, and toodaloo.